So Geekin was initially started by one of my friends, Thomas Vitale, who was sitting on the couch watching his favorite football team, the Washington Redskins, play a game. And his favorite player, RG3 at the time, was wearing a big pair of headphones, and he really wanted to know, how can I possibly listen to music with RG3? Is it possible? Does a solution exist? And after doing research, he found out it didn't. And I eventually met up with Thomas in Charleston this past year, and he came to me with this concept and asked me if it was possible to do. Could we make it? And I was like, I don't know if it's possible, but we can try. And that is how the initial concept and implementation began. I would say you would 100% get started with the idea and try and get out there and test it before any business plan is implemented. A business plan to this day is something that I still haven't written, purely because if I were to write it, I would have already changed it probably 100 times to the point of where Geekin started to where it is now. And that is just negative cost that's impacting you, and it's not pushing you forward, it's pushing you back by the most expensive thing possible, your time. While you could be testing it, giving it to people, getting feedback, you're rewriting 60-page documents, getting very little value. So one thing is, how do you know that Geekin people want to use it? Why would they want to listen to music with other people? So the first thing that we thought was, hey, if we want it, someone else has got to want it, which is a common thought process and a lot of times is right, but you never know for sure. So you physically have to go out there and start asking people, what do you think about this idea? Would you use an app if you could listen into music with RG3, or better yet, listen with your friends? And by gathering response from other people, they were like, yes, this is incredible. Some people just would like to use it for a pure music streaming service. But that concept was definitely proven there by going out and asking people. Without validating your concept with others, you're taking a much bigger risk. So validation is essentially me pitching you the idea, and you're like, wow, this is really cool, I would use it. But are they actually going to use it? Is there going to be more than just that one person that uses it? And that's where traction gets involved. Traction is you have a bunch of people that say they're going to use the app, and they actually use the app. And they don't just use the app, but they use it over and over and over again, and they're very engaged users. Because I could have 1 million users download my app today, and none of them use it tomorrow, my app would be worth nothing. But if I got 1 million use it today, and they continue to use it throughout years, then the app really has traction and validation and value. So forget writing the business plan. It's more about validating your concept, making a very basic version or just a pitch deck, and going out to people, would you use this? And then if they say yes, then you go out and build it. But if you build it first and give it to them, then they really might use it, and they might use it there on the spot. And that's when people get excited, is when you can physically hand them a product that you created on your own and say, what do you think? And the first time the user says they like it, it's just a super rewarding feeling knowing that you created that someone else is using and liking.